Good morning, everybody. It's gonna be a good day. Spring and summer both collectively are in the air. I'm stopping at a guy's place in Morrisville to check out some old industrial shelving that I may or may not buy to put in the storage container, because shit has just gotten so disorganized in there because I've just acquired more and more miscellaneous parts and material, and I just have it all burrowed in there in different shelves, and I'm a kind of a clean freak, so organization is going to be a highlight element if we can get these shelves. I cannot wait. I hope they're not totally wrecked. And then going to the land, going to get that taken care of, and then hopefully test my new DeWalt pressure washer and clean the side-by-side, see how well that thing works. And then if I get that done, I'd like to start moving a couple loads of stone from the rock wall that's on the left side of the field to the front, because I think I am going to pursue building a relatively small stone wall along my road frontage, which is 270 feet long. It's going to be a monumental undertaking, so I'm just going to try and chip away at it every day I'm up there this year, and hopefully by late fall I'll have something constructed for the vast majority of the road frontage. So it should be a great episode. Stay tuned. And we're back. Just went and picked up one of the two shelves. Obviously, as you can tell, my truck bed isn't big enough to fit both of them, but I got this one. They're definitely old. They were in an old barn. They're not in the best shape, but they have plenty of life to give. I might do a little angle grinding and then do some Rust-Oleum rust conversion spray paint. But yeah, this thing will hold so much stuff. And these little cubby drawers, they just don't make shit like they used to. If you tried to buy this now, like off Uline, a newer version of this, that probably wouldn't be made out of metal, or even if it was, it'd probably run you $1,000. I got two shelves for 50, so that's cool. This looks good. The gravel I laid out the other day, the rain washed all the dirt off. Now I got a nice little gravel pathway. Still wet here, but not as bad. Definitely soft, but a vast improvement. So happy it's sunny out. Like, I've been cooped up the last 2 days inside, and it's supposed to be about 65 degrees today and sunny, so hopefully that'll help absorb some of the moisture in this field and start drying shit out, because I just want this field to get bone dry this summer, and then I'll be able to drive trucks down in it and get dump truck loads of dirt and work on the dirt bike track and just make my life easier and more enjoyable, to be honest. But the plan of attack is I'm gonna open the storage container, pull all the machines out, and start to figure out how this is gonna fit in there. Once I've gotten everything out, I'm gonna back the truck up so it's closer. I'm gonna pull this thing out, maybe do a little angle grinding and spray painting on it, and then figure out how to get it in there and start getting all my random stuff organized. So I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be a good day out here. Holy shit, this thing is heavy. I don't think I'm gonna go all out. I could paint it, but I don't really feel like there's any use in painting it. There's a light amount of exterior rust, but it's gonna take years for that to take effect. All right. You can see there's some surface rust on the base of this thing, but it's still got plenty of life. I'm going to angle grind the bottom, maybe I'll paint the front of it just so it looks a little cleaner. Give it a little army green. And then I'll let it dry out and move her in. Alright, I did a little angle grinding just on the lower parts. I probably need to get the back side of it. But I'm going to slide it in on some cardboard. I'll let it dry for a couple minutes, and once I've done that, I'll probably lean it up so it's sitting upright, and then scooch it down there, maybe drag it or push it on the cardboard, because that'll have less friction and be able to slide on the surface of the storage container. This fucking thing is so heavy. Just want to make sure I angle grind the back of this before I set it down. Not bad. Ooh, this thing is crooked as a motherfucker. I don't know what word to use. It's a little bendy, twisty, but with it pushed into the corner, it should hold in place. And that's going to offer a shit ton of storage, and I'll put the other one right here. So this is good. Alright, I got the shelf mode. I opted to not paint these. I feel like there's no real reason to. That's cool. So I'm going to start trying to organize some of my stuff in here, which will help consolidate space further so that tomorrow when I pick up the second shelf, there's room to put it here, and I can take some of this other stuff and make it take up less space. It's pretty dialed in here. I've got so much random miscellaneous stuff: drill bits, zip ties, sawzall blades, carabiners, screw and hooks, just everything. I've got a lot of stuff in here. I'm gonna have to get a paint marker and just label what's in what. Oh great, this one's stuck. Fuck, I knew I put too much in this. But anyway, it's awesome, and I'm going to have a second one right here tomorrow, so this is definitely a game changer and worth the $100 I paid, and it's just streamlined my level of organization. So now if I need something in here, I have a general idea of where it is. Well, now that I got everything organized in here, I need to take some of the shelves out because I still need space for the mower and the side-by-side and all that. So I'm going to move these into the trailer, and then when people come stay for the weekend, they've got a spot to put all their stuff, and it's a little more organized, less stuff on the ground. Well, I'm getting everything reorganized in here, and I'm just trying to maximize the use of the space. So you can see the storage container has these hooks built in. I'm going to use carabiners and hook up the ropes from my jet sleds, which I drag in the winter, and try and hang them so I don't take as much ground room. That works. Better. Alright, I think we're done in here for the day. I think next I'm going to tackle... Oh, that's cool. There's a spider on my camera. He's making a web from the microphone down. It echoes in here, this space. Got everything I want done in here for today. Tomorrow I'll get the second shelf, get it set up, and by then I'll have tons of room to put stuff and more nooks and crannies to store things. But now I'm going to, before I wash the side-by-side with my new pressure washer, which I'll get into, I'm going to attach my little tow bucket to the side-by-side and just go take a peek at the old agricultural stone wall that goes on the left side of the field, because ideally I build a rock wall over the course of this summer and fall along the road frontage. I think it would be really cool and definitely very worthwhile in the grand scheme of things, just to see a nice stone wall every time you drive up. It'll offer a little more security, keep unwanted vehicles out, even though I don't really struggle with any issues with that. But overall for me it's mostly just an aesthetic thing, and then second to that is security. So it's a good day out here. It's pretty warm. It's supposed to be like 65 today, which in the grand scheme of things is not very hot, but when you compare it to the cooler weather, it puts it in perspective. There's black flies out, which is annoying. There's not a lot. I'm not getting swarmed, but there's one or two just chasing me around. I smell my greasy sweat. They like it. Time to begin the stone wall process, which is going to take a long time. But we got the rest of our life, so we might as well just start doing it right now. Turn around. I mean, ultimately, if it comes down to it, I've got plenty of rocks down by the river. So unfortunately I'm realizing this isn't going to be quite as easy as I would have liked, just due to the overgrowth, and most of the wall is either sunken into the earth or just overgrown. But the good thing is it's big rocks, which will mean less rock stacking if I'm using big ones. I'm going to do probably 2 to 3 loads today and just see what I can start and go from there. Alright, admittedly, this is when I do wish I had a tractor, because I could load it into the bucket, put the bucket real low right next to the rocks and just scooch them in, and then dump the bucket. But in reality, this will make me a lot stronger than using a tractor, and I'm not afraid of some physical work. Well, this is an indication that there's far too much weight on here. These tires are almost flat. I had to take one rock out. Look at that. I'm going to unload these and then put more tire pressure in here and see what we can do. Hopefully this doesn't fuck everything up. Alright, bead did not come off the rim on this one. Whew, it's close on this one. I'm going to have to inflate these a lot. But here we go. These are all the trees I transplanted. I'm going to start right here and let the games begin. Well, it's a small start, but this is the beginning. Take it all in. The stone wall. Protect the trees, protect the land, and make a nice look. I'm not the best at building walls, but I'll do my best to figure it out. I gotta build a bat house so they eat all these bugs. It was at 3 psi, which probably just because that's how they send them. I filled it up to 14, so it seems pretty sturdy. should be enough. I don't want to weigh it down too much. Well, I won't lie, I'm making some serious ruts in my field. I'm trying to stay out of this wet area, and in turn I'm tearing up the area I actually care about, so I think I'm going to just have to stay to the left where the pig rooting is. But yeah, we're getting stones. It just weighs so much. Luckily the tires aren't about to pop. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely doing a better, more Tetris-like true wall build as opposed to the tree island down there. It's a small start. I think I'll do one more load, but even if I can build a 2-foot tall stone wall this year and then just slowly build it up over time, I mean, I got 270 feet of road frontage to cover. So there's no doubt that I have my work cut out for me. But it already looks better. Look at that. Not too shabby. It's a good rock. Well, picking away at it, I'm out of breath. Holy shit. I'm gonna go straight through the mud on the shoulder here. We'll see how many tracks I make. That ain't gonna work. Alright, that's 3 loads. We're sitting at about 16 to 24 inches tall. Just a good start, honestly. If I can do 3 to 4 loads per day, we'll say I covered about 5 to 6 feet. We'll have this done over the course of a couple months. Might not be as high as I want it, but it'll at least be in place. And even a wall this small gets the point across. So many black flies out right now. I was just talking to my neighbors that cruise by. They confirmed it's mostly just in the spring when it's wet, and then they fuck off. I want to do more, but I also don't want to feel like a corpse tomorrow. So I'm probably going to stop with that. Heading down to the woods. I'm going to keep angle grinding that log and paint the targets down there. Maybe do a little shooting just for shits. And then I might take a cold plunge in the river because I'm hot. How's that for a view? Well, I won't lie, there's not really any black flies down here, which is a freaking relief because this is where I want to camp this summer. I did forget to bring the other targets down, but I can do that tomorrow. The creek is cranking. I think I'm gonna have to do a cold plunge. Seems too opportune to not do it. First dip of the year. That'll be nice. So I just love it down here. This is my favorite place on the range. It's not really surprising. Just the presence of the water, the sunlight coming down, this old dead pine tree, the big, giant, massive, ancient pines. It feels so good down here. Well, I may have spoken too soon. There are definitely black flies down here, just not to the same degree as we're up there. These pieces of barbed wire have been driving me nuts. I finally remembered to bring my bolt cutters down, so bye-bye to that. Gotcha. So as you can see, I got some good progress done earlier this week on this. The wood blade that I put on the angle grinder got so secured on I couldn't swap it out and try the other ones. But I brought my vice grips and I managed to get it off. So I'm going to try some different blades and see which ones work the best for just digging in. Because some are more designed for shaping. Alright, put this chonky blade on. Let's see what you can do. Alright, this is not the one I want. This does not work nearly as well. Try this again. This one's different than the one I used the other day, but it's basically the same design, so it should work good. Oh, it's looking good. Alright, I got my favorite gun, EP56 with the innovative arms integrally suppressed. So the suppressor is built into the barrel, and because of that you don't need to shoot subsonic ammo. If you don't know anything about guns, subsonic ammo travels under the speed of sound, so it's more conducive to a silent shot. And subsonic ammo is generally more expensive, so the fact that this gun can run normal high-speed ammo is a dream come true. It's also a tack shooter. This is like my ultimate survival gun. Not too shabby. Well, today's been a great day so far. The creek is cranking. It's loud. I gotta kind of yell so you guys can hear me, but between getting that shelf set up and organizing in the storage container and then initiating the process of building that stone wall, I feel pretty content with the work that's been done today. I won't lie, it's tough for me with projects, especially that stone wall. It's something I want to get done so fast, and in my head I'm like, just kill yourself and try and get as much done in one day. But I have to remind myself that I really do have, years to complete that. I mean, granted, it would be nice to have the wall built as soon as possible, but yeah, it's a work in progress, and I need to remind myself of that. I'm a relatively impatient person, and I like to tackle projects start to finish, but that's just too titanic of a task to realistically get done in a short period of time. So I think I'm going to take my first dip in the river today. I'm hoping I don't get chewed to pieces by the black flies. They're swarming the camera right now. But I'm going to strip down to my chonies and soak my my meat, cool off, and then I'm going to go back up and I'm going to test out this DeWalt pressure washer and see how it works. So all in all, a good day. The day's cruising right along. The time is moving so quick, and it's just beautiful out. It's so nice that the sun's out. The field is definitely very moist, moister than last Saturday when Wyatt and Nick and I rode in the field, and that was very evident when I was towing those rocks behind because I was putting ruts. So yeah, gonna get in the river and then take it from there. Holy shit. I don't have a towel or nothing either. I'm just raw dogging it. Oh boy, this is gonna be brutal. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I'm not ready for it all. Okay, I gotta do it. I can't half commit. Woo! Woo! Feels good. Get all the rust off from that angle grinding earlier. Oh, I'm so thankful I have this. Holy shit. Ice cold. Oh. Yeah. Just got back from the creek. I'm ready to jump back in. It's getting even nicer out. That was so refreshing. I feel so much better after. That water was shockingly cold, but grand scheme of things, it's pretty warm. It could be a lot colder. This is the last thing for the day. I just got this DeWalt 60 volt. It's new. They had a 20 volt, but everyone complained it lacked power. So I got the new 60 volt portable pressure washer. So I'll be able to bust this baby out. It's supposed to have a 20-foot long hose, so I'm going to run it into Richard's old wellspring. And I'm going to try and just clean the side-by-side. I know I'm going for a ride tomorrow, so it's kind of pointless, but I just want to test this thing and see how it works. Got a water-protected battery pouch. And we'll bring this over and stick it in. So we're on the back side of the storage container. The frog pond is right here. And then I've shown this in a past episode, but this is Richard's old well. The water looks pretty murky, but I'm just trying to use this pressure washer to get mud off. I'm not concerned with getting a super clean side-by-side, so this should do the trick. Okay, we're in business. Yes, that's good. This pleases me. It does the job. It's right now I have a more mild nozzle on that's supposed to not take paint off vehicles but it puts off good power and it cleans the mud off the machine. So in essence, it does everything I want it to do. So aside from getting a longer hose, I think this thing is a worthy investment and I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'm going for a side-by-side ride tomorrow, so there's not much reason to clean it, but it's a good test. Let's see how much battery I used. Still got 3 full bars and I ran it for a while before I even figured it out, so that's pretty impressive. Doesn't draw too much battery. Well, we've got a virtually endless source of water because the runoff from the stream and frog pond flows right into here, so I could pressure wash everything and it wouldn't matter. And the machine looks good, so that's good. I mean, look at that, it was able to clean the suspension and everything. Well, 1 Well, it's been a very productive day to say the least. Kind of spread my efforts out to a couple different projects, the stone wall, working on the seats on the down tree by the creek, and getting the storage container organized and the new shelf implemented, and then lastly just figuring out that DeWalt sprayer. Very happy with the progress, and we'll be back tomorrow with another shelf and some buddies, and probably go on a side-by-side ride with Dawn and just have fun. So thanks for watching, guys. Well, hello there. It seems that you made it to the end of my video. I appreciate you greatly for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Chester says thanks and hi, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.